Hello everyone, welcome to Wicked.west.books. My name is Meg West, and today I am doing a Top 5 Wednesday. Theme this Wednesday is Top 5 Favorite Publishing Companies. And I'm actually really excited about this because I like to know about all of the different publishing companies, and narrowing it down into my top 5 was kind of hard for me because I like them all, and whenever I'm shopping I do usually just take a peek at who the publisher is because I like to know who published it. It doesn't usually affect it one way or another unless I recognize the name and it makes me just want to buy it more. So let's go ahead and jump into my top 5 publishing companies since I've narrowed it down. One of them is Fantasy DAW, D-A-W, which I just read inside is a penguin group. It's one of penguins, so I didn't know that before. But I looked at a lot of my fantasy novels, and I do read quite a bit of fantasy, and pretty much this whole top shelf over here is Fantasy DAW Publishing. So that has to be one of my favorites. And this is technically the second book in the series of The Magistrate, wherein soul eaters are taking over a planet and basically killing everybody. And there's a bit more to it, but it's one of my favorite series. And Fantasy DAW also published my copies of The Name of the Wind. The next one up is the only strictly YA publisher that I think I read on any kind of regular basis, and that publishing company is Harper Teen. This is Three Dark Crowns by Kendar Blake. I have not read it yet, so I can't give you any opinions on it, but I know that they did a fantastic job with the cover because it is what first caught my attention and made me want to buy this book. And I do own a few Harper Teen. It is not by any means the publishing company I go to for books, but when I want to read young A, it is one of the ones that tends to stand out. This next publishing company published all of the Sherilyn Kenyon books I own, and the book I have picked out to show you is a Sherilyn Kenyon book. And I also have a few romance series where the main majority of the books were published by this company. This company is St. Martin's Press. This says specifically St. Martin's Paperback, but these ones say Press at the bottom. Dark Bites itself is a collection of short stories that take place all over Sherilyn Kenyon's worlds. She has the Dark Hunters, Were Hunters, Dream Hunters series. She has the League series, which is my absolute favorite by her. Very, very good. Not really paranormal romance because this one is it's a sci-fi romance with spaceships and stuff. Dark Bites, I think, has stories for both of the worlds and a few other ones that don't make it into a series she regularly writes in. Although it looks like 2 of these aren't even St. Martin's Press, which I hadn't noticed before. Interesting. And now on to my 2 favorite publishing companies. The next one, I have a lot of books that have been published by this company. It is truly my number 2 favorite publishing company according to the books that I've bought. That publishing company is Rock Fantasy. I own quite a few books that Rock Fantasy has published, including this, which is probably my favorite series of all times, the Dark Jewels series by Anne Bishop. It is so dark and twisted, and the world is so well built, and I will never ever get tired of these novels. They are just absolutely gorgeous. And every single book I own by Anne Bishop has been published by Rock Fantasy, so I have at least 13 books that are published by Rock. And when you look through my books and you're looking for the publishing company I buy the most, I can tell you with great confidence that that publishing company is Tor. As you can see, Tor is the publishing company for Brandon Sanderson, which is a great point for them, but they also publish a great amount of fiction in all age ranges because this is technically a middle grade novel, I think. Middle grade, young adult? Don't really know. It was fantastic. It's actually my favorite Brandon Sanderson novel that I've read by him, so I recommend it. Every time I will talk about it, I fully recommend The Arithmetist by Brandon Sanderson. And generally speaking, with Tor, if you ask me to name the first publishing company that pops into my head, Tor is it. And with that, I want to give 2 honorable mentions for books that I do own a lot of but just didn't want to talk about, and that is Del Rey, which I own a lot of. Also, again, they are a fantasy publishing company. And the other one I want to just kind of give an honorable mention to is, of course, Scholastic, because they are the ones that originally published Harry Potter, and so they deserve at least an honorable mention when you're talking about publishing companies. And of course, NaNoWriMo is still going, and we are still participating. I feel like we're slowing down a little bit because it's not right at the beginning anymore, and the last bit that I read from my partner kind of seemed a little bit weird in the overall thing. She did manage to reinsert a scene that wasn't one that we had agreed on using, but we didn't want to delete the words. She did manage to reinsert that into the story, but it just kind of felt a little weird, and I haven't written a single word today yet. Our word count right now is 26,015 words. As soon as this video starts rendering and uploading, I have to write at least 2,000 words before I can go to bed tonight, which shouldn't be a problem because I am off again tomorrow, so I can stay up as late as I need to get those words out. And I will be using those 2,000 words to make a believable start to a relationship between my main character and the male character that is my romantic interest, because that's the part of the story I'm on while they go to find a way to defeat the evil character. So yeah, that's all I have for this video. If you guys want to if you guys want to post down below the name of your favorite publisher, just the first one that pops into your mind, I'm rather curious as to learn about some that I've never heard about. There are really so many good publishing companies out there. This is a really great topic of discussion, and I really enjoyed it. If you guys liked it as well, please give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. I post videos every Wednesday, or else I lose books. Thank you guys for watching. Have a wicked day.